let it take you over. When everything is out, you gotta take it over. It's gotta be good life. It's gotta be good life. It's gonna be good life. Good life. Say oh, it's feeling that you can't find. The city is a fine night. It's gonna be good life. Good life. Hopelessly, I feel like there might be something that I miss. Hopelessly, I feel like the window closes so quick. Hopelessly, I'm taking a mental picture of you now. Cause hopelessly, the hopeless we have so much to feel good about. Oh, it's gotta be good life. It's gotta be good life. It's gonna really be good life. Good life. Say oh, it's feeling that you can't find. The city is a fine life. It's gonna really be good life. Good life. Good life. To my friends in New York, say hello. My friends in LA, they don't know where I've been for the past few years or so. Paris to China to Colorado. Sometimes it's airplanes you get told that. Sometimes bullshit you don't work now. We all got our stories, so please tell me what there's to complain about. So we talked all night about the rest of our lives. Where we're gonna be when we turn 25. Keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now cause you won't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are laying like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know what you loved, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home, talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we get so scared. Laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Please stand for the Doctor of Pharmacy and Doctor of Philosophy class of 2023. You may. Oh, this is going to be a great ceremony. You may be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2023 and the PhD classes of 2023 and 2020. I am Jennifer Robinson, an Associate Dean and Professor, as well as a WSU alumna. It's so great to be here in person today. So much better than the drive-through ceremonies. This is a day that many of you have been waiting for, and out of respect for this important occasion, I need to remind you that guests will not be allowed to enter the aisles during the academic procession. Professional photographers will photograph all candidates with their diploma covers. Parents and friends of the graduates are asked to remain in their seats during the ceremony and to refrain from standing in the aisles to take photographs or videos. If you want to take photographs or videos from your seat, have at it. Also, I need to ask you to silence your cell phones during this event. We are grateful today to the many people that made this event happen, including our faculty, our staff, and our community. Our community partners are here to celebrate with us. Thank you. I would like to take the opportunities to set the stage for our ceremony today. Graduates, as you sit in front of me now, I am reflecting upon the path that each and every one of you took to get here. While I may know part of your story, your peers and loved ones, they know the struggles and the triumphs that you've had along the way. Becoming a scientist or a healthcare provider who's a scientist is not easy. It takes determination, sacrifice, lost sleep, and apparently a really healthy dose of caffeine. So before I introduce our speakers today and begin the hooding festivities on stage, I wanted to take a moment and recognize a few important people in this beautiful, beautiful theater. So I'm going to ask for some audience participation. So as I go through this, if you're able to stand, I invite you to do so. So if you have a child who is graduating today, please stand. Okay, now some of you are tempted to return to your seats. Please continue standing. Don't sit down quite yet. If you have a spouse or a partner today who is graduating, please stand. If you have a parent who is graduating today, please stand. If you have a grandchild, a niece, or a nephew, please stand. If you have a sibling, a friend, or a mentee, please stand. And if you just happen to be somebody who wandered off the street and really want to celebrate our graduating class, I please now invite you to stand. So graduates, please turn around and look at your loved ones. As you walk across the stage today, I want you to take a moment and I want you to reflect on where you have come from and the people who have helped you along the way. It's this entire theater, it's the efforts of every single person in this room that brought us here today. I think that deserves a big round of applause. Please be seated. So graduates, when you leave the ceremony today, I want you to think about the world and to think about the future and all of the people who've invested in you and how you can make the world around you a little bit of a better place. With that, it is now my pleasure to introduce a very accomplished professor and scientist, an individual who graduated from the College of Pharmacy in 1983. And he also is quite a winemaker and a budding connoisseur of coffee. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Dean Lead.
Thank you, Jennifer. It's my second graduation. I've attended at WSU. I missed my own 40 years ago. And I came to this thing last year and I was so impressed with the operation. I'm so proud of us for the job we do, and I'm proud of the graduates for graduating. And when I told my wife is a professor at a second-rate pharmacy school in the Northwest. And when I told her about this great event that we held, and there were tons of people here, she said, "How many people can there be?" I said, "I don't know, there's a bunch." She told me to take a picture. So I'm gonna take a picture of you all right now. Could you? just kidding. I'm gonna do the panel. I'm not very good at this. Tells me to keep slowing down. Beautiful. All right. So thank you, everybody, for the warm welcome. Welcome to the students or graduates, the friend, everybody who Jennifer had just stand up, as well as the esteemed faculty and who are behind me and staff who have put this whole thing together. And we have a university administrator here, my boss, actually, Dr. Daryl DeWald. I also want to extend our gratitude to the Albertsons folks. And I believe today we have Ashley Carasella. Please stand up when I call your name so we can recognize you. Jason Newmiller, Kayla Passmore, and Olga Brophy. Thank you so much. Albertsons companies have helped us with the cost of today's event and celebrations this week, and I can't thank them enough for their continued support of our students. So thank you. Chancellor DeWald, Daryl, thank you he's a strong supporter of the college, and I thank him for his continued support in the 3 years that I've been here. He's been superb. Thank you, Daryl. And we also have in attendance 2021 Washington State Pharmacy Association President Chris Greer. He's an alum of the class of 1991. And seated next to him is WSPA CEO Jenny Arnold. Thank you, Jenny. And finally then, for introductions, I want to announce a very special person, Tom Menigan. Tom was president of APHA for what seemed like ever to me, but he told me it was only 12 years, which I still think is a tremendous accomplishment. So Tom, thank you for being here. So graduates, I want to share some statistics about your class with you that you may have never known or forgotten. Your class totals 122 students who made it to the finish line, and that's across both campuses. About 36% of you are male and 64% are female. And that's almost exactly the reciprocal of what it was when I graduated 40 years ago. So congratulations. Your average age is 30 years old. And I read that, and I had to question it because you don't seem like 30, but the average age when you started was 26, so I can do the math, and it worked. It is correct. Just about 76% of you are Washingtonians. Those of you who are not so enlightened are from completely across the country: Arizona, California, Colorado, Hawaii, Idaho, the great state of Louisiana, New York, North Dakota, Oklahoma, and Oregon. The faculty of the College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences is extremely proud of you and your accomplishments heretofore. Your hard work and commitment to patient care has prepared you to advance the profession of pharmacy and become creative leaders for collaborative healthcare in Washington and across the country. Whether you choose to practice in community pharmacy, in a hospital setting, or non-traditional positions, or pursue postgraduate residencies or fellowships, or even graduate school, You have acquired the professional skills and training and relationships you need to make significant contributions to the health and wellness of the populations you serve. The faculty and I are honored to have helped you help prepare you for the exciting next phase of your career. And we offer our heartiest congratulations and very best wishes for a crazy successful career. I'd now like to recognize the College of the faculty of the College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences who are in attendance and sitting behind me. It's often said that the most important product of the university is its graduates. You will represent us going forward, and you will be the face of WSU Pharmacy from now on. However, it's the quality of the faculty that defines the stature and the reputation of the university and college. A university is its faculty, and that, you might not know, was first coined by a professor at Columbia University. Dwight Eisenhower was president before JFK at the end of the 50s and early 60s. But before that, he was president of Columbia University. And one of the faculty there, named Isidore A. Rabi, won a Nobel Prize for his work on the atomic bomb. And Eisenhower had a little ceremony for the faculty, and he said, "Isn't it wonderful when employees of the university win these kinds of awards?" He's talking about a Nobel Prize. And Professor Rabi stood up and said, "Excuse me, we aren't employees of the university, we are the university." And I have that taped up right above my desk, and I never forget that because these people are my bosses, every one of them. So I want to tell you something about their quality. The distinguished group of faculty seated behind me receive roughly $10 million per year in external grant funding, which is absolutely remarkable productivity for a relatively small group. This funding allows them to conduct cutting-edge research at WSU and with collaborators all over the world. This same faculty have provided a deep understanding of the foundational sciences of pharmacy and broad clinical training that has prepared the class of 2023 to be leaders and to thrive in a rapidly changing healthcare landscape. Will the members of the faculty please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I would also like to recognize and offer my sincerest appreciation to the outstanding staff in the college who make this whole thing work and who are responsible for our impeccable organization. And the fact that we ended up in the right seats is a testament to that. This is a group of dedicated professionals who work extremely hard to ensure student and faculty needs are continually met and that the college operates smoothly, including overseeing special events such as the White Coat ceremony and this wonderful event we're at today. Would the members of the staff of the College of Pharmacy please stand to be recognized? Graduates, you've been vital to the health of your communities. Many of you have helped vaccinate tens of thousands of people, not just with the COVID vaccine, but with other vaccines such as the flu vaccination, helping at mass testing sites during the pandemic, and at long-term care facilities. You, along with pharmacists all over the country, remained on the front lines of the pandemic, especially in its early phases before there was a vaccine, right? And that is remarkable. And through that whole process, I just heard last week that the pharmacists across the country have given somewhere around 305 million vaccination shots for COVID-19. And I couldn't be prouder to be standing here or be part of this profession. To our PhD candidates, past and present, being a scientist can be a lonely road, especially at 3 a.m. when that experiment just won't work. And it was especially lonely during the pandemic when all of our PharmD students cleared off and you were left in the building alone for about 1.5 years. And I thank you very much for your dedication to your work. Your work drives that $10 million research enterprise that I talked about earlier. And your work contributes to breakthroughs in research that allow us to forge ahead and make progress towards improving the human condition. You have all, both PhD and PharmD students, have experienced uncertainty, isolation, and countless other headwinds. The last few years you've been tested, have truly tested your resolve, and I commend you not just for surviving, but for coming out the other side, a shining example of what a pharmacist should be. Thank you. It is truly an honor to be here with you today. I hope you'll join us afterwards for a reception back on the campus. But it's lovely to have you here in the flesh, because as I told many of you, I didn't see you for the first year I was here, except on Zoom, which was a bit strange for all of us. But it's a true pleasure to have you here in the flesh today. So congratulations on this momentous occasion, and go Cougs.
Thank you, Dean Lead. Our first speaker today is the 2023 graduating PhD candidate, Sheena Sharma.
Esteemed faculty, honored guests, proud parents, and my fellow graduates. I'm humbled to stand before you today and be given this opportunity to speak. My name is Sheena Sharma. I was born and raised in the capital of India, New Delhi. Some of you who might have visited India or have watched Bollywood movies can relate to the vast cultural differences that exist. So moving to Spokane was a huge cultural shock for me. And especially during the pandemic, not being able to visit my family for the last 4 years made it even more challenging. But I'm glad to have found a second family here. Growing up, I was inspired by my mother, who is a nurse, and my grandfather, who is the first doctor in the family, to pursue a career in healthcare. My father, who is sitting in the audience with my husband and cheering for me today, has taught me valuable life lessons. One of them is to be passionate about what you do. But little did I know that I would end up earning a PhD in pharmaceutical sciences, and that too, doing so more than 7,000 miles away from home. I'm grateful to Washington State University for giving me this opportunity. And as a child, one of my fondest memories was from 5th grade when we were asked what we wanted to become. I wrote scientist because they get to do new things every day. Little did I know that if you end up optimizing mass spectrometry or essays, that's not always true. As PhD students, we have all experienced our fair share of challenges, from negative results to failed experiments, to endless pandemic-era webinars, classes, to dealing with manuscript rejections and relying on coffee for focus. We have faced tough times. But all those days, all those challenges have brought us to this very moment. Today, we celebrate our accomplishments and look forward to the next phase of our life. And while we may have different paths ahead of us, I'm sure there are two things that we'll carry as we leave this place. First and foremost, we learn to cherish our failures. We all know that failure is not fun, not at all, but it does make one stronger, more resilient, and more capable of enduring the odds. My first manuscript was rejected thrice by different scientific journals. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. And that's when my advisor, Dr. Bhagavat Prasad, told me that don't take it personally. Learn from the peer reviews and cherish your failures. So this is one piece of advice that I'm going to carry with me, celebrating failures. The second thing is to trust the process and enjoy the ride. The PhD experience has surely left us drained, especially getting to the final version of your dissertation. But it was all worth it, very satisfying at the end. Perhaps it is the fact because we were not alone in this journey. The friendships we have built, the lessons we have learned, and the mentors who have shaped us, they have been there for us. These are the things that we'll remember long after we leave this place. I acknowledge the privileged position that I stand in, and I'm extremely grateful to all the people who have supported me throughout this journey. Thank you, Washington State University, for the memories, laughter, tears, and countless moments of inspiration. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and on achieving this major milestone in your life. And in closing, I want to leave you with a quote from Mr. Abraham Lincoln that has inspired me throughout this journey. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Thank you, and go Cougs.
Thank you, Sheena. Our second speaker today is graduating PharmD candidate from the Yakima class of 2023, Samir Nasser. There seems to be a series of selfies. It's a theme of commencement today. Samir.
Thank you. All right. Hello, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. Thank you all for joining us today. Let me start off by saying congratulations, doctors. All right. All right. So I'm not sure if I'm saying this for my benefit or the benefit of the class right now, but take a deep breath. We did it, guys. The countless hours studying, lack of sleep, and the hundreds of energy drinks have finally allowed us to reach a goal that we set for ourselves 4 years ago. Graduating from a doctorate program is quite the accomplishment, and you should all be proud of that achievement. However, we did not get here alone. Whether it was your spouse, children, friends, siblings, parents, or faculty, we had help getting here. So today, take the time to celebrate that accomplishment with those closest to you. Let them know how vital they were to not only your success here at WSU, but also into shaping the person you are today. Throughout our 4 years at WSU, we have developed a close bond that will last a lifetime. And although this word really irks me, you guys are truly the best family I could have asked for. It seems like it was only yesterday that we were in Pharmaceutical's lab fumbling those slippery capsules trying to pack them, with Dr. Dars, Kajal, and Dr. Brand watching our every move. Or when we were told that we might go online for school for 2 weeks because of this thing called coronavirus, which lasted a little longer than 2 weeks. Think of everything we have gone through in these past 4 years. Some of you left home, whether that be California, Hawaii, Minnesota, and you made Washington your home. Some of you got married, and some of you had children, and some of you did the smarter thing and just got a cat. So whatever we have been through in the past 4 years will be paying off soon. Please understand that this profession is critical in the healthcare field and that we are valued greatly. Just think back to rotations. When a provider had a medication question, they didn't go look it up on Google. They called us. Then we went to look it up on Google. No, we use the most up-to-date resources and guidelines to get that information like the research warriors we are. You all have pushed me to be a better version of myself. I guarantee you, if we were first-year students again, and you said Samer was going to be president of a club, let alone class speaker, we would all be on the floor laughing. So thank you, and thank you guys for pushing me out of my comfort zone, and I'm honored to be class speaker. Elf Mabruk, felicidades, and congratulations to you doctors. Go Cougs.
Thank you, Samer. See, I told you, lots of caffeine. So our third speaker today is graduating PharmD candidate from the Spokane class of 2023, Kennedy Erickson.
Thank you, Samer, for your words of inspiration and a great walk down memory lane. Can we all give him a Go Cougs on 3? 1, 2, 3. Go Cougs! Yes! Okay, that makes me so happy. And thank you all for nominating me to give this commencement speech. It is an honor being up here representing a class of such tenacious, compassionate leaders and agents of change. I think it's fair to say that every graduation speaker tells their class, in some fashion, that getting here today was no easy task. And truly, it isn't an easy task to get your PharmD, and it especially wasn't easy for the class of 2023. The challenges that our class has faced and overcome, in my opinion, is unmatched. To make a little Harry Potter joke, we would be the rowdiest class of Gryffindors right now, winning the House Cup. As a class, we not only braved the first day jitters and the anxiety that comes with meeting new people, but we also braved trying new things, such as driving across the state to speak with legislators about PBMs after a fun night of karaoke with less than 1 year of pharmacy school under our belts. We then braved a complete flip-flop in curriculum with new testing models and navigating a virtual world for over a year. Thank you, Dr. Akers, for looking at our noses over Zoom. We also braved our own unique challenges amidst the pandemic, such as fear, isolation, mental, and socioeconomic challenges. We braved coming back together in person despite the uncertainties of the pandemic, and then navigated a year of various rotation experiences. We all have been scared at some point on this journey, but I commend you all for your fears were not stronger than your courage. Hold on to that and own it. You all should feel incredibly proud of yourselves and find it within you to tell yourself, thank you. Thank not only yourselves, but also take this moment to thank all those around us who got us here today, as success never occurs without the support of others. I want you all to pull out your phones, if you can, and text one person who helped get you here today. I know you all have them on you, so go ahead and do it right now. While you all do that, I would like to extend a thank you to all those in the room, including faculty and alumni, family and friends, and mentors for your support of the class of 2023. Now, as we go out as newly licensed pharmacists, I want to challenge you all to funnel that same courage you've mustered over the past 4 years to find the ways to better the lives of our future patients and for our profession. Engage in state and national associations to continue expanding the scope of pharmacy practice. Propose modifications in workflow or new clinical services to enhance patient care. Continue learning, trying new things, and embrace that title of lifelong learner. And lastly, reach out to for help from a trusted family member or friend when you need it. I don't think any of us would ever turn down an invite to chat over tacos at Barachos for a quick pick-me-up. Lastly, whenever you feel stuck, remember why you went to pharmacy school in the first place. Then reflect on how you can change your practice to fulfill that mission and purpose. Maybe it's a simple change in mindset or workflow, a change in staffing, or even a change in practice setting. Whatever it is, use your voice to advocate for changes that you need, our patients need, and that our profession needs. You may not feel it in the moment, but those small acts of courage add up and make a huge difference. They may not change the world, but they can change a life. And as a profession devoted to helping patients lead healthier lives, I cannot think of a more important asset that you all exemplify than your courage to serve others. You all have the power to lend a helping hand to a person in need, to use your voice to change the practice of pharmacy and make the world a better place for generations to come. Today is the beginning. Class of 2023, congratulations on all of your accomplishments, and go Cougs!
Thank you, Kennedy. Today, we are honored to have with us a very distinguished leader and pharmacy advocate. Dr. Menigan is a highly experienced pharmacist who has worked in various leadership roles in the field of pharmacy for over 30 years. He is a founding partner of Catazone, Luce, and Menigan, a company that provides advice on different aspects of pharmacy practice, like supply chain integrity, innovative pharmacy practice, operations, technology advancement, and regulation. He has served as the CEO of the American Pharmacists Association, APHA, for more than 11 years, and now is the Assistant Dean for Community Engagement for the West Virginia University School of Pharmacy. He is also a board member for various pharmacy-related organizations like the United States Pharmacopoeia and the West Virginia Drug Intervention Institute. Dr. Menigan has founded or partnered with various companies related to pharmacy, including community, home infusion, specialty pharmacy, and telehealth. He has also served in many volunteer leadership roles in pharmacy and was elected as the president of APHA in 2001 through 2002. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Tom Menigan.
Thank you. You guys are good looking. Thank you to Dean Lead, Chancellor DeWald, WSPA, exec and president, faculty, staff, graduates, APHA, ASP, National President Erickson, chapter advisors and student leaders, family and friends, for the privilege of being here today to share this moment with you. Years ago, I got advice about speeches. Be brief, be brilliant, be gone. I'll nail 2 of those characteristics. You can be the judge on the 3rd. My title today is Things Change. This graduating class knows a thing or two about change. As you got booted out of your classroom in your 2nd year to go virtual, you had to adapt. Resilience is your middle name. You have real pride in your culture of connectedness and a non-traditional, don't say no attitude. Class members, say my friends Linda Geralds McLean and Jennifer Robinson, had a lot to do with establishing your culture of networking, staying involved, contributing to the community, and creating options. Importantly, this class clearly showed up on the national stage and earned offices, awards, and recognition for your contributions. You and your classmates took your role model challenge seriously. And that's all good, because you're about to be shot out of a cannon into a profession that is changing at an accelerating rate. And while you're well prepared to practice, you will not have the luxury of sitting on your education for 40 years in a comfortable career. You will be challenged every day to keep up with new knowledge and technologies. Whatever your dream job is today is going to change multiple times in your career. Resilience and a positive attitude toward change will be key. The Dell Institute for the Future recently published that 85% of the jobs that students of today will have in 10 years haven't been invented yet. Process that for a second. Technology always pushes solutions closer to the consumer, And interprofessional education will increasingly bind you to your teammates in medicine, nursing, public health, and other health professions, as all disciplines are being trained in team-based care. In preparation for today, I asked about the one thing new practitioners should consider. The common theme is connection. Your short time here helped you make hundreds of important lifetime connections. But you've got to stay connected and be a lifelong learner, as Kennedy mentioned. And that's my major message to you today. I like to think I'm a lifelong learner. I learned something about cookies recently. I was checking out of a new boutique hotel in Washington and grabbed a cookie from the bowl at the registration desk. As I popped it in my mouth and began to chew, hints of liver and grain suggested this wasn't a cookie at all. In fact, it was a dog biscuit I was chewing on. Not to look foolish, I finished it off. It was dry and not very sweet, but the second one wasn't too bad. This lifelong learner learned something new that day. Soon you'll be starting your practice or residency as you create options and build your career. To make major advances, you'll need the courage to take a few flying leaps. Let me explain. You all know that when threatened, our bodies release adrenaline to prepare for fight or flight. I call a lesser-known mechanism the flying leap response. You didn't study it in psychology, but you have experienced it. That unexpected comment that changed your life forever. It may have been, have you ever thought about going to pharmacy school? This brief yet powerful external validation gave you the confidence to take a flying leap to a new job or career. We've all had those powerful moments. For me, one was when a colleague called me in April of 2008, and I remember exactly where I was sitting when he called. He called out of the blue to encourage me to take a look at the APHA CEO job that was going to be coming open and was a position that ultimately I held for nearly 12 years. While I knew the job would be opening and I had considered pursuit, I really didn't take it seriously until his challenge. The external validation I needed to take yet another flying leap in my career to an amazing journey of service. If you recognize that you've benefited from those moments, acknowledge that you can also cause them by acknowledging strengths in others and letting them know that external validation can be an awesome, powerful force for change. And you have the power to pay it forward with your connections and sincere observations. Today, you take a flying leap when you walk across this stage, but you're not alone. You have the profession, and you have WSU alumni. The APHA New Practitioner Network and special interest groups are waiting for you. You'll find folks like you in social media and professional discussion groups. However, I challenge you to stay diverse, not just with folks like you, but people who aren't like you. Stay connected, but stay connected and build your diverse network. You will be faced with resistance to change, evolving standards, and a soft economy. You may experience misalignment between your goals and practice reality. Experience tells us those who build diverse connections and continue their lifelong learning will excel. Here's some advice I gathered from an array of new practitioner leaders based on their recent transitions from student pharmacists. Number one, remember why you chose to become a pharmacist. Find your passion and let that drive your career. Dream big, persevere, and have a personal vision for yourself. Number two, remember this day and how you feel, and how proud faculty, family, and friends are of you in this moment. Number three, put your patients first. Maybe put your parents first. Treat each patient with the same care and attention you would a family member. When you're having a bad day at work, remember the good days to get you through. Number 4, practice at the full scope of your training each day. Keep an open mind, ask questions, and seek new responsibilities. Stay out of your comfort zone. Lifelong learning will never let you stagnate in your day-to-day practice. Number 5, take charge of your finances. Evaluate your needs, wants, and current debt. Make an investment and debt management plan and stick to it. Your plan will get you out of debt much more quickly. Number 6, keep showing up and saying yes. I can't emphasize this one enough. Continue to be involved through professional organizations. Maintain diverse relationships in a profession and professional organizations throughout your career. I'll add my own advice to that of your peers. You can always find a job. I'm not saying be reckless or fearless about flying leaps, but be fearless about rejection, and don't be so afraid. Now, speaking of flying leaps, let me share a brief history of the flying leaps that led me to this stage as the former CEO of APHA, privileged to serve and lead your National Professional Association. My chemistry set in 5th grade and the mentorship of a small-town pharmacist led me to pharmacy. After 5 years of chain experience, we took a major flying leap when my wife and I opened a medicine shop in West Virginia. My wife's cancer taught me about home infusion, and together with 2 partners I met at a local association meeting, we started an innovative home infusion and specialty practice in the back of my medicine shop. That experience, years later, led to a roadshow with APHA to teach other practitioners about home infusion. That led to an invitation to join the APHA staff the first time. Over 20 years of staffing and volunteer roles ultimately led to my selection as the APHA CEO, all the while maintaining my practice connection. Today, that former home infusion practice has evolved into stigma-free care for patients in recovery from opioid use disorder, with pharmacy and related behavioral telehealth services. Throughout my career, the focus has been on developing new patient-centered services. I submit to you that having a just cause can allow you to evolve your career while staying true to your passions. When you advocate for positive change, you become part of something greater than your job. Yet to be effective, your own elevator speech is key, and that takes focus. It took me 6 years to develop my 12 words, my just cause. We promote consumer access and coverage for pharmacist quality patient care services. Those 12 words have framed my conversations for over a decade in support of getting you on the team and in the game in healthcare. What are your 12 words? Make it clear and concise as my elevator pitch. Put a face to your story. Develop a powerful anecdote of how you helped a patient, and then tell your story often. Society provides most medicines to most people, but we lack access and coverage for pharmacist services. We have a medication use crisis. Look at what's going on with opioids. Patients need more than the knowledge we staple to a bag. They need your coaching to gain the knowledge, skills, and performance necessary to improve lifelong outcomes. So how can you make a difference? By staying focused on the provision of quality care. New measures of our value are literally being created every day. And accountability for quality, while a little threatening to some of us, will ultimately reap rewards in greater patient care. The momentum for putting pharmacists on the team is building at the state and national level, yet practice trends have changed and will continue to change. Incentives are replacing fees for service. Teams are connecting via online records. Consumers need our help to navigate access and the costs associated with their medication. Prevention and wellness are growing as pharmacists provide a range of immunizations, test and treat options in collaborative and independent practices. Quality measures for teams are evolving. Key is gaining attribution for the care pharmacists provide on that team for us to be recognized for the contributions that we make to care. This latter point is huge. Your interprofessional training is a compelling argument for putting us on the team and in the game. This is a come on man moment for healthcare. Of course, you should be on the team. We are capable providers in an incapable system, yet we have the expertise needed to solve the medication use crisis. We have the personal relationships with patients as trusted healthcare advisors necessary to really connect for lasting change. Opportunities and incentives must follow. Our job as connected pharmacists and advocates is to help accelerate that change. The provider status we seek for you from Congress and state legislatures is a transition from care we already provide to the greater care we will provide when consumers gain greater access and coverage for our services. Now is your flying leap moment, and I want to be your external validation. You can approach the rest of your career as just a job, or you can decide to be a professional. Join your colleagues and show up. Being a professional means acquiring and applying a body of knowledge and skills. It also means sharing commitment, being willing to self-regulate, and living your code of ethics. As professionals, we have rights, but we also have a contract with society based on trust and a willingness to put patients first. This will require each of you to stay connected with your pharmacy family. Learn to say yes to involvement and opportunities. From my experience, whatever you invest will pay off. Please don't fade into obscurity. This will require each of you to stay connected with your pharmacy family. From my experience, whatever you invest will pay off. I said that. You weren't listening. My often shared advice is keep showing up, keep saying yes, be fearless about rejection, live your life with an attitude of gratitude and service, and you'll have a great career. Showing up means staying informed about your profession, and that means continuing to support Washington State University throughout your career. Maintain your memberships in your local state practice settings, organizations, and professional associations. You won't be sorry. I doubt you'll remember what I said today, but if I've been affected, you'll remember how you feel right now. I hope you remember that while things will change rapidly, you feel committed to showing up and to stay connected. Yes, things change, but you're ready. Today, I'm proud to call you fellow pharmacists. Thanks to you in advance for what you will do to improve patient care. And as my first dean challenged us many years ago, you're now entering a profession where you'll never have to worry about making a living. So worry about making a difference. Thank you.
Dr. Madigan, thank you so much for that thoughtful and inspiring message. I'm also going to be a little bit more careful when I look at cookies in the future. Now, before we begin conferring degrees, I'd like to thank Albertsons Companies again for sponsoring this commencement. Graduates, Albertsons representatives will be handing you a small gift as you leave the stage. And now we are ready for the conferring of degrees. Please welcome Interim Chair of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Dr. Kay Meyer, who will be presenting the 2023 and 2020 candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree in Pharmaceutical Sciences and Molecular Medicine.
Thank you, Dr. Robinson. It's a beautiful day for a commencement, and it's great to look out on all these happy faces. All right, well, the candidates for the class of 2023 and 2020 graduate degrees in pharmaceutical sciences and molecular medicine, please stand. Dean Lead, I take pleasure in presenting the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmaceutical Sciences and Molecular Medicine. Will the candidates please come forward? Right. Deepak Ahiri. Deepak's dissertation is titled Promiscuity and Tissue-Specific Fractional Contribution of UGT2B17 to Drug and Steroid Metabolism. Laken Kruger. Laken's dissertation is titled Characterization of Human Placental Tissue and Cell Lines for Their Xenobiotic and Steroid Disposition Potential through Quantitative Proteomics. Sheena Sharma. Sheena's dissertation is titled Integration of Mechanisms Affecting the Activity of Drug Metabolizing Enzymes and Transporters to Predict Variability in Oral Drug Absorption. Rakshit Tana. Rakshit's dissertation is titled Assessing the Pharmacokinetic Drug Interaction Potential of Kratom with Drugs of Abuse. Jing Wang. Jing's dissertation is titled The Role of Axonal Pathways in the Development and Progression of Advanced Prostate Cancer. Now I would like to present to you a 2020 PhD graduate who was unable to walk in the ceremony in 2020 because of COVID. Ana Vergara. Anna's dissertation is titled Utilization of Alternative UDP Sugars in the Metabolism of Polycyclic Aromatic Hydrocarbons by UDP glucosyl transferases.
Presenting the 2023 Doctor of Pharmacy graduating class, Professor and Pharmacotherapy Department Vice Chair, Dr. Josh Newmiller.
Thank you, Dr. Robinson. Will the candidates from the Doctor of Pharmacy class of 2023 please stand? Dean Lead, I take pleasure in presenting these candidates for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Those graduates who successfully completed the College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences Honors Research Program will be named as graduating with honors. Will the first row of candidates please come forward, and the rest of you may be seated.
The Yakima and Spokane students graduating today were gifted crimson and gray cords to wear during this commencement ceremony. Our Yakima class can be distinguished with their crimson cord and our Spokane class a gray cord. We will start with the Yakima class first. Musa Aden Abdi. Tarek Nasser Basme. Maria Bernal. Corey James Bobbeth. Gardenia Contreras. Huan Deng. Tu Deng. Andrew Doan. I Dong. Araceli Flores. Victor Golovin. Adelina Guzman. Elisa Guzman. Salome Habte-Michael. Allison Marie Hill. Trang Huynh. Kendra Lorty. Emma Morgan. Samer Nassar. Tina Wachuku. Jaswant Kaur Patara. Lily Fan. Anna Wynne Powell. Graduating with honors, Dana Nicole Rayborn. Alexander Jesus Farias. Todd Page Riddle. Sunshine Tao. Aruna Subdadi Temsina. Maria Giselle Villanueva. Julie Young. Casey Zalmai.
Faiza Abdi. April Antonio. Michael Esfaha. Iman Aziz. Brianne Bailey. Rebecca Benno. Tyler Bowles. Taylor Brunette. Hui Bui. Vong Cheng. Deborah Choi. Bradley Christensen. Ida Debasai. Nathaniel Deering. Megan Dimmler. Vincent Din. McCade Eilman. Kennedy Erickson. Austin Friedley. Artem Golub. Liliana Goncharov. Madison Grogan. Arlena Hanna. Tristan Hilton. Graduating with honors, Olivia Hiskey. Dang Win. Lauren Win. Raina Jash. Bailey Jones. No. Madunsvi Korea. Graduating with honors, Nandini Kati. Gurneet Kaur. Babatunde Keshinro. Diana Kim. Spencer Knutson. Jeannie Ko. Brooke Kotlars. Graduating with honors, Jacqueline Labonite.
Jenny Lamb. Marina Lazaro Lavin. Esther Lazo. Jeremy Lee. Frank Liu. Stephen Maley. Xiaoren Meng. Darren Miguel. Graduating with honors, Brian Munn. Also graduating with honors, Samuel Nahulu. Kevin No. Annie Nguyen. Fong Nguyen. Ni Pham. Graduating with honors, Trang Pham. Marie Fee Reyes. Avery Pinto. Alice Pistorici. Stephanie Poach. Jessica Pankratov. Hazel Porter. Bailey Powers. Elizabeth Riappel. Ashley Rittenhouse. Theodore Sandberg. Ashwin Sapute. Zoe Shelton. Taylor Snell. Joanna Stenzel. Kirsten Stinsey. Rochelle Tykes. Jenny Tang. Teresa Tappan. Carissa Teeters. Shirley Trong. Annie Vo. Karen Vo. Stephanie Vo. Sharan Walteri. Joseph Wells. Erica Wu. Charlene Yamasaki. And Colin Zahler.
And now we have two special guests to administer the oath of a pharmacist to our Doctor of Pharmacy candidates, 2021 Washington State Pharmacy Association President and Class of 1991 alumnus Chris Greer, and Washington State Pharmacy Association CEO Jenny Arnold.
Will the WSU Doctor of Pharmacy class of 2023 please stand? Graduates, fellow alumni who are about to go forth and do great things, I salute you. Please see the oath of the pharmacist inside your diploma covers, which you have just received, or find it on the last page of your commencement program.
Congratulations, graduates. Chris and I are very pleased to be able to welcome you as a peer into our profession. It is a long-standing tradition that the oath of a pharmacist is administered at commencement to graduating Doctor of Pharmacy candidates. I invite the pharmacists in attendance to join us in welcoming the new graduates by reading the oath of the pharmacist. So please raise your right hand and read the oath out loud along with us. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will promote inclusion, embrace diversity, and advocate for justice to advance health equity. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for all patients. I will respect and promote
information entrusted to me.
I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and self-awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility in which I am entrusted by the public. Congratulations. Welcome to the profession, and go Cougs!
That's fantastic. You can have a seat. Oh, sorry about that. Can you stand back up for 1 second? Sorry, there's one thing I need to do to make this official. And that is state the following. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by the authority of the statutes of the state of Washington, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended, with all its privileges and obligations. Congratulations. And now you can sit down. Sorry about that, I got ahead of myself. So graduates, I sincerely hope that the college will remain an important part of who you are, both professionally and personally. We hope to see you often at continuing education seminars, at professional meetings, or at the college for an alumni or homecoming event. Please don't hesitate to contact me directly or send us a note to tell us how you're doing from time to time. I encourage you to take every opportunity to share accomplishments, big and small, with us. To conclude, I extend my personal congratulations to all of you. Your achievements are to be commended. Congratulations.
Will the audience who are able please stand? I am going to ask that you remain standing at your seats until all the new graduates and the faculty have exited the auditorium. Thank you all for coming, and go Cougs.